Welcome, everyone. It's Vapors Dragamar. Now it's time for some more League of Legends. In this episode, I'm going to be playing some Casseopeia versus Fizz in an incredible match. We will also be versus a Nasus and a Misfortune. Here are the champion experience levels on the respective accounts. Although I have more Casseopeia experience than it appears because I've played Casseopeia elsewhere. Yes. I had Master 5 on her on a different account. So that's basically how you view this, is that's Master 5 in Casseopeia, basically. Alright. Even though it doesn't look it. Take my word for it. Alright, so this match is going to be quite the fiesta, as you can probably imagine. The top lane matchup works a bit differently than you might expect. But yeah. Anyway. Focusing on me. My first items, I'm going to get a Doran's Ring and 2 health potions. And going off to lane.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn."
I have this skin on this account. It looks cool, and I'm not really motivated to get the other skins for Cassio. I'm thinking of getting Lunar Empress Lux for this account.
Minions have spawned.
Gonna put a ward in there, and we will be going on. I have a more impressive match than this, but this one is still reasonably impressive. And rare, because I don't really see Fizz. Fizz is not a common champion. And if you're wondering why I've also been having trouble posting, I have been ill lately, and I've been having to deal with it. And my mom has been asking for a lot of requests lately. So we're going to start off with farming. I think I missed a minion there, which is really bad. I'm going to warm up to it. Just hit that. There seems to be something going on over there. I get some poison on him, but I don't really have the means to chase. I get that minion. I think I surrender a few minions in the early game at first. Okay, I get some poison on him. Now I have a Twin Fang to do some damage. To be turning off to these minions. I get level 3. And I got some decent CS, I think. I have 11 to his 11. Well, it's tied, but it will change, trust me. It will change by a lot as this game progresses. I know that Fizz wants to go on me. But he, goes there. I go there, I get an Ignite. I get him rooted, and I get a Twin Fang. I get a last basic attack. So basically, I all-in him when he tries to all-in me under tower. I use the miasma to hold him still. You see how I use the miasma to hold him still so I could do extra damage to him as he's trying to tower dive me? Yeah. Very well played. Ashe gets a kill onto the enemy Misfortune, which is also huge. Here I'm trying to clear these minions out to potentially deny him of minions, but also to farm up for my main core items, because I'm not really at the full extent of my strength at this point in the game. Nunu, although very awkward in general, is going to be a factor, at least in the early game. Or, like, early mid. So, I'm going to be... Oh, Nunu's going to be going top lane to help the Nasus kill the Fiora. As far as I remember, Fiora dies a lot this game. And Fiora does flash. Fiora has a significant farm deficit to me. Fizz also has a significant farm deficit now. I have Tier, which increases my power by a significant amount, and an Amp Tome. Now there are other builds, but I'm going for the Tier build for an early Seraph's, because Seraph's Embrace gives Casseopeia a shield and a lot of mana, which she really wants. Because Casseopeia is kind of fragile, and also, like, well, not really, but it's better to be very, like, more durable as her, and also her mana costs for her abilities tend to be pretty high. So I'm going to be power farming. Seems to be a lot going on in the top lane. Nunu's coming after Fiora because he realizes that Fiora is not that good. Not doing that well. I think, yes, Nasus gets a kill into Fiora. I mean, obviously with Nunu's health is still. I do some decent damage to the Fizz there. I was gonna chase him down, but I didn't know where else. Be being level 7. Fizz is playing relatively passive, and I'm trying to abuse this by getting a lot of farm. Get some poison on him. I should be able to chase, potentially. But at least I'm poking him so that he has to think twice. So yeah, I have an over 20 farm lead on him, which will increase throughout the game to being a staggering amount. Some minion there, but still, it will increase to become a staggering amount, believe me. My flash is nearly up. My ignite is definitely up. Again, whenever someone plays passive, my first thing I try to go for is to try to abuse them in CS, particularly if I know I can fight them. And unlike Lux, Casseopeia is not as vulnerable in this matchup because of her Petrifying Gaze, her Miasma, and her very high damage over time. Makes her less weak to assassins. So there we go. I chunked him hard, but it's not quite enough damage for me to really want it. pound him down. I do poke him a fair amount. Unfortunately, Blitz gets a kill onto Scion. Support, I believe. Who for some reason is taking teleport. I have the highest farm though, 67. But I have to try to keep it there. Because Nunu gets on in there, and I didn't expect him to come from that direction. I wanted to try to call in the Fizz. He dodges. I thought he was going to go back in. So I end up ulting for what seems to be no reason. But I thought he was going back in. That was really embarrassing on my part because I was hoping to kill him there. Really hoping for it. I was wondering whether Nunu was going to stick around. He dodges. I was thinking going back for it, but I know that I have insane early to mid and mid-late game. I know I have a lot of power, so I decided to go back for a Lost Chapter and a Blasting Wand so I can get some extra damage. I still have a significant CS lead on the Fizz. The Nasus, though, is very close to my CS and will remain that way for the rest of the game. The Nasus is one of the more important opponents in this match. This match goes on for a while. The reason I end up taking this slow is because I don't know how much power Fizz, like I don't know when Fizz power spikes and how much I'm gonna get camped. But see, that's why, or like what's gonna happen. That's why I'm kind of I play it slow with the farming. Here, I try to push the wave out. Nunu comes in with a stupid-ass snowball. He manages to actually land the ult. I do get my petrifying gaze off, but it's not enough damage to finish them, unfortunately. That interaction was my worst play of this game, by far. You'll see what I mean. At least Fizz doesn't get the kill. I get some magic resist. Fiora flashes again. Fiora has yet to make an impact and has less farm than me. Nasus actually is slightly ahead of my farm. I'm getting back to lane. One thing I hate about facing Nunu jungle is his engage is actually pretty good. Almost anyone can follow up on Nunu's engage, which can be very embarrassing, but it is what it is. I was thinking of roaming opportunities. I feel like I could have played that better. If I dodged either the snowball or the Fizz ult, I could have beat at least one of them, but I didn't, so yeah, very bad. But this game does become remarkable, believe it or not. The CS lead, though, in mid tells you a little bit of a story, but it's not the entire story.
Killing spree.
At least Ashe gets a double kill in the bot lane. Kills the stupid Nunu that was coming after me. This Nunu becomes a lot less effective as time goes on, believe me. My Ignite is still not off cooldown. Nasus gets a solo kill into our Fiora. Not sure why Nunu has not come back to camp me or not. I mean, he got one thing out of it. I think he could do it again. At least try it. Trying to farm this out-farm this Fizz here. Trying to power farm him. I have a decent mana pool, but I'm thinking of going for an all-in somewhere. It's always annoying to try to all-in a Fizz, because his all-in, he has that untargetable E and ultimate, and you always have to end up respecting that, which is annoying, but it's the truth. I at least try to respect it in lane. Because I don't play a lot of Casseopeia lately, but I do understand he needs a lot of farm to really take off. I still have very similar farm to the Nasus, which is good. Because as Casseopeia, you generally want that. I'm gonna go bot lane to help them out. Unfortunately, Fizz pings, which makes it hard for me to get an engage on one of them. Fizz might be looking for an ultimate. I'm pretty sure he is. I want to see how I can outplay this. If memory serves, I outplayed them pretty much for the rest of the game. I do. But like, I had that really bad moment with the Fizz combo, and I screwed it up really badly. Lee Sin's here to make a play. Sion is in top lane with the Nasus. Okay, Ashe lands the arrow. He flashes. Fiora's in mid with the Fizz. Fiora flashes. Again for some reason. I don't find any picks here, I don't think. But I do find CS, unfortunately. And I don't see any picks. So I decide to go back mid, I think. Yeah, I decide to go back mid. Lee Sin looks like he wants to make a play. I put Miasma. Lee is making the play. Lee's coming in with his kick and he misses his Q entirely. Yeah, not great. Not exactly challenger level Lee Sin. That did make me cringe. I did remember that. I get Banshee's early item for protection.
Shut down.
I think I get my first Gathering Storm proc. I think the Ash and the Misfortune trade. I do get some Twin Fangs, and I do get some damage on him under tower. I think the Twin Fangs, I tried the Miasma him to slow him down. But then our Fiora gets soloed by the Fizz, which is not great. Gonna be taking down this tower. Managed to destroy first turret despite trying to find a pick in the volley. Nasus gets a turret. I get these minions. Get all those last hits. Clear that wave. Push that wave. I have the second highest farm in the game by only 2 CS. Top lane seems to be a disaster zone, so I'm going to be roaming over there. This is the time of game when Casseopeia gets a huge power spike, though. It's huge. Nunu is trying to fight Lee Sin. I get some Miasma and some poison. He flashes. I get the last Twin Fang onto the Nunu. I try to flash to make sure he dies because I'm pissed at him. Camping me mid. I'm gonna come after this Fizz. Who wants to go over there and do some stuff. I'm gonna do some damage to his tower. I get these minions. Misfortune gets a turret. Misfortune actually has 3 deaths already and only 1 kill, and I'm 3-1, the highest farm. But it'll get nuttier around this time of the game. Trust me. So I get a fully completed Archangel staff and some more AP and some armor turn into a Zanya's. Going to have to deal with the Nasus, who is split pushing. Nasus is one of his favorite pastimes is the split push. I'm gonna go eat up that farm. Everyone else has some very bad farm. Neither Fiora or Scion have kills. And then Nunu gets a kill into our Ash. Just never good. He has a Warmogs and a Blasting Wand. And our Scion gets a kill onto the Nunu. I'm trying to get decent damage on this tower. Gonna use my Noxious Blast and Twin Fangs to clear out these minions. I have been also doing work on my other champions. I'm thinking of maining Veigar, Swain, and Lux in that order. Particularly Veigar and Swain. Swain and Veigar. I'm thinking more Swain than Veigar because Swain has that AoE burst and survival that's really good. So now I have fully completed Seraphs. Some more blasting wands because I'm going to be converting that into other items. I think my team, I'm trying to tell my team not to forfeit because they're now wanting to forfeit because of the Nasus. I'm trying to assure them I can control the Nasus. And they're like, how can you control the Nasus? Casseopeia has a lot of damage. Especially at this time of the game. For sure. Clear that. As you can see, Fizz is only 122 CS. He has less kills. And yeah, he's not doing as well as I am, in my opinion. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to run and deal with the Nasus. Because Nasus is obscenely tanky right now. I'm gonna push the wave and roam. I really want the mid turret. Fizz gets a kill onto Scion somehow. What is Scion? Scion does have a tank build, but he has very little magic resist. Do some decent damage. I get a Petrifying Gaze. I get my, I get a Ignite. And I get a Shutdown of the Misfortune. So now I'm starting to get fed now. I'm 5-1. So now things are starting to snowball. And I have almost the farm of the Nasus. So yeah, things are starting to snowball. So now my next item I'm going to be getting is tossing my Doran's Ring, getting a Haunting Guise. Going to turn that into Liandry's Torment, which is going to give me a hell of a lot of damage. You need Liandry's Torment and Magic Pen on Casseopeia because, number one, it synergizes with her poison. Number two, it allows her to penetrate tanks, carry against tanks, and there's a lot of tanks in the meta, particularly right now. So, and one of their tanks, the Nasus, is unstoppable. It's killed Fiora again. I get that. I'm unstoppable. I managed to, like, I didn't get the Petrifying Stun, unfortunately, onto the Misfortune. I mean, if she faced me straight on, she would have got stunned.
Blue team's
But she
turret has
didn't.
been destroyed.
So I'm getting ingredients from Morellonomicon for more Magic Pen and health. I would go Death Cap straight away, but the Magic Pen, in my opinion, is more valuable. Fizz gets Lichbane, and Nasus gets Spear Visage and Frozen Heart, which is going to make it tougher for us to cut through him. Try to do some decent damage, but he decides to. We're gonna have to hard engage him in order to really kill the Nasus. I'll try to take this tower. Do some decent damage. I'm gonna get a Petrifying Gaze going. Get some decent stuff. I'm gonna ignite him, it reduces healing. I'm gonna get another Nasus Blast. I'm gonna get another Miasma down. And our Scion gets 1,000 gold shut down. I get some Noxious Blast on him, which gets some poison. Clear that minion. I'm gonna go back in case I'm gonna get shut down, because I'm also worth a lot of gold at this point. 700 gold. Probably gonna buy, yeah, Seeker's Armguard into Zhonya's. I now have 220 farm, even more than the Nasus, and a full 50, more than 50 farm higher than the Fizz. Get some decent damage on him. I'm looking to all in him because my damage is very high. I become dominated. I managed to get my Petrifying Gaze off, and they all die mid. So yeah, the tides for me have definitely turned, but it was a lot slower than I expected in my head. Like, I farmed this pretty slow up to my items. Took this pretty carefully. I could have played this a lot more aggressively than I did. I chose not to because I wasn't really familiar with power spikes with that. I did my ult off. And Nasus dies. He gets knocked. He actually got displaced all the way. And I'm gonna recall get items. This is actually quite a long game, though. Weirdly enough. But the weird thing is, Casseopeia, having a long game for Casseopeia, it's not that bad, actually. I get Oblivion Orb now, so now I cut through magic resist even more hardcore. It also provides Grievous Wounds, because they have at least 2 Warmogs, and the healing from Visage.
Blue team's
I put some Miasma there. I try to dodge the Snowball. The Snowball is rather large, and it gets bigger the more he rolls it, which is really annoying. So the Nasus is, again, split pushing. I get a Petrifying Gaze. I think I'm godlike with that final twin flame onto the Nasus. So yeah, this is kind of a slow burn, but you can see how powerful I am already, even though it's a slow burn. I'm godlike at the moment. would have been legendary if I played that 2v1 earlier on, but I'm doing some decent damage to him. But again, he's got, what? A Leandri's and a Warmogs, so he has regen and a lot of health. It's very hard to actually kill him. Misfortune and Fizz Ultra used. It can't be slowed. Apparently it doesn't count as a regular movement ability. Which is annoying. Because if it did, I would be able to basically blow him up where he stood. Ash flashes. I get the miasma, which does stop the Fizz for some reason, but not the Nunu. I don't know what Nunu Snowball classifies as. Like, why is it not? Why does it not count as a regular movement ability? Like, he's able to snowball over the miasma. I go legendary with that ultimate and that play there. I mean, I'm doing very good damage. Unfortunately, he was facing away from me, so I didn't get the stun. But yeah, I'm actually carrying this late game. Being legendary. I think I actually have, yep, I have more kills than the Ashe. I now have the highest kills. Who would have thought? Lee Sin somehow has not died despite making many misplays. Fiora is going to help us take Baron. We take the Baron relatively quick because Casseopeia does a hell of a lot of damage to Baron. And I get a Zanya's Hourglass now. Nunu's going partially AP. Although he should do magic resist because otherwise I'll cut through him like a knife through butter. They should be like going like adaptive time or something. Visage and adaptive time. Because if he doesn't, I'll cut right through him. This Cassie can cut right through him really quick. Trying to keep my distance here because I know that Nasus is very strong, and if they get a full-on engage on me, I'm dead. Potentially, and that would be a major throw, and at this stage of the game, probably cost us the game. I'm gonna get some decent damage. Again, that's this stupid snowball. One of the only movement abilities that defies my miasma, which kind of pisses me off, to be honest. Here, I have my Banshee's Veil denies his hurt. I think we should go for an engage. Lee Sin gets a kill on the Fizz, which is huge. I get a petrifying gaze straight into Blitzcrank's face and legendary. I get some I get a double kill. Use my poison. And that'll be the ace. Do you see how much damage my Noxious Blast and Twin Fangs does at this stage of the game? Carried that entire fight. Just smashed them into pieces. And then they forfeit. I didn't even need to take the base towers, and we win. So yeah, that's some legendary Casseopeia. Granted, it was it was quite a slow burn, even slower than I remember, but you can see how powerful Cassio is in mid to late game, even if I don't rush. So that's a lesson you can see there.